So here's an entertaining one about a wife who got a massive ego after she lost a bunch of weight, got herself in shape, and decided that she no longer needed her husband, the same guy who was loving and supportive of her when she wasn't as in good shape. But unfortunately for her, she learned the grass isn't green on the other side, and now wants her husband back. But as you're going to see, no, it's not working out well for her. Titled, My wife left me after she got in shape and now wants to get back together. And a shout out to Rob for sending this story. He says, I'm not sure why I'm posting this. I probably want some validation as my life has turned completely upside down recently. I'm 32 and was married to my wife, a 33-year-old female, for 4 years, and we had a great marriage so far. I was madly in love with my wife. She fell into depression mainly due to her job in 2022, and I tried to support her in every way possible and suggested her going to the gym or doing some kind of sports to distress. Okay. Even though she was obviously not as in good shape, he still loved her, was good to her, all that. And look at the thanks he gets in a few minutes. I had my own depression episode before we got married, and what saved me was going to the gym. She agreed to that, and we started going there together. I could not go as frequent as in the past since my workload got heavier after my promotion. However, I tried my best to be there with her. She used to be a bit on the chubby side, which I loved, and after seeing some changes with her body, she started to go there regularly. Like, hey, that's great, good job, babe. Although I recommend guys and gals don't work out together. That's guy time. You know that you guys that hit the gym, you know that. But you always see that couple working out together. You just want to slap them because they're pretty annoying. By the way, guys, there's a similar story I did years ago about a gal got involved with a trainer. This is not it. This is different. It says here, it also helped her with her depression, and she got better. I was really happy to see her get better and livelier. She looked much more confident and got much more aggressive in bed and so on. Well, that's a benefit for you. Wife's looking better, more aggressive and confident in bed. That's always fun. Well, there's a downside to this. However, after a while, that confidence level started to affect our relationship for the worse. She started going to parties and going outside to a point that she completely stopped doing her share in the house. No. Not acceptable. But what's going on here? She's getting attention in the gym. She's looking good. Now she wants more attention and validation. And she's going to these parties and things without him. Monkey branching. That proceeded with me seeing her getting flirty with a guy at a meetup that we went to. I communicated my feelings to her, and she dismissed these. What do you mean you communicate your feelings? You guys said, this is going to fucking fly, honey. You cut that bullshit right out now, or you're out of here. That's what you got to do. After several of these, there were many incidents of this. I had to sit down with her and told her that she is riding high on her newly found confidence and emotions right now. I clearly stated that she should not make decisions or actions according to that confidence right now. Dude, you're being too nice about it. You need to really freaking lay down the law. I know it well. It was one of my worst traits. I used to be extremely emotionally driven in the past. I suggest we go to a marriage counselor and all hell broke loose. Because her ego's through the roof. There's nothing wrong with me. She said vile things to me, like how she realized that she settled down with me after getting better and she could do much better than me. Ouch. So this is the guy that married the chubby chick. I loved her for who she is, or was. But encouraged the gym to help her better about her depression, and he created a fucking monster here. Settled, she could do better than him. Ego. But I want to point out, she's 33 years old. Her prime has gone bye-bye. She may look good for her 30s, but that's about it. She said, I'm insecure and other things. Insecure because you got a problem with her flirting with other dudes? Of course, gaslighting. This woman used to be the sweetest person on earth, and I was shocked after hearing the things she said to me. Well, when people often, when they make a lot of money, or they're at their best in terms of like looks or resources, that tells you who they really are. She filed for divorce the following month, and I did not hear much from her other than some lawyer talk. Our court date is scheduled to be next month, and my lawyer told me there's a high chance it'll be concluded then. There's not much else to share. Similar income, only shared asset is our joint account. Similar savings, and no kids. House is my mom's, so it's out of division. Well, that's good the house is in your mom's name. That was very smart. But smack for having a joint account. That's stupid. I accepted my marriage is going to end like that. Last week, out of nowhere, she called crying and told me that she regrets everything. Wait a second. Last month you told me that you settled for me and that you could do better. Now you're crying and want me back? Something tells me that the guys that she was obviously trying to monkey branch to had no problem banging her, but they want to be in a relationship with her. She apologized over and over again, but I felt disappointed, not angry, not sad, but just disappointed. She did not text nor call me even once since the divorce started. I did not even know where she was since she just left the house. You see that guy? She just like that. She turned on him. Like that. I told her there's no going back now. She's been messaging me non-stop. My family supports my decision and tell me I should not back down. Thank God his family's on his side. A lot of times that wouldn't happen. My in-laws were shocked when they heard about the divorce. They are now telling me to rethink everything. Well, in-laws, with all due respect, not happening. I will 9% chance not back down, but as I said, just looking for validation and maybe wanted to vent. Thank you for reading. Well, they always come back. Always. And obviously the grass wasn't greener on the other side. And this is what happens to a lot of these gals. They get the idea in their head that just because a bunch of guys give them attention and check them out, want to sleep with them, it doesn't mean they actually want to have a relationship with them. Okay? She's in her early 30s, and I guarantee you probably she didn't get the type of attention and validation that she was getting recently after her losing the weight and getting in shape. And so she's trying to make up for lost time. And in her mind, hey, I got it now. In her mind, I settled for my husband, but I could have done better if I was better looking, in better shape when I was younger, got a better guy. Well, again, too bad, honey. Too bad. You had yourself a great guy who was loving and encouraging and all that, and you tossed him away just like that. And those words are he's never going to forget them. So too bad for her. She got what she deserved. And now he'll be a guy in his early 30s starting over. He wasn't married that long, so he said, like, they make about the same amount of money, not many assets, so it won't be that bad. And his prime is beginning. But her prime is over. And I'm willing to bet you, guaranteed, that she's going to get all depressed and she'll stop going to the gym and she'll be stuffing her face on donuts and bonbons and she'll probably be even bigger than she was before. And then still try to beg him back and be like, nope, I'm not taking your fat ass back. Not happening, honey. So I think that's pretty funny. Now, a few comments before I wrap this up. One guy says here, it didn't work out with the better guy she wanted to leave you for, so now she wants to go back to the safe option. You loved her when she was chubby, and she wanted to throw that away for guys who probably only liked her for her new looks. You're right not to take her back. Amen to that. Another guy says, oh boy, seen this before. Here's what's actually happening. She got in better shape, had a surge of confidence, received validation from other men, and decided she could do better. It did not work out with the other guy or guys, and he just pumped and dumped. Now she's back shocking, probably monkey branching. Well, that's exactly what she's doing. He says, don't get caught up in the emotions of your past because that person who you love does not exist anymore. She is gone. The person trying to reconcile with you is one who tossed you away and divorced you because something better came along. I'm not against you getting back together, but you absolutely need to go through with the divorce. Once the divorce is completed, everyone has a clean slate with a fresh start. Do not change course without consulting your attorney. Yeah, I'm all for that, except this guy's idea of maybe he was insinuating, after the divorce, start over. Bullshit. Don't ever start over with her. No matter how much she cries, no matter how much she begs, don't fucking do that. And she's going to do it. And this guy's obviously a nice guy, but I don't think he's that nice and stupid to take her back. But anyhow, that was a good one.